Okay, before we start stretching, I need to tell you what happened at the gym yesterday, because I genuinely don't think I've recovered emotionally. Like, I could actually never go back. Alright, grab one foot behind you, nice and easy. If your balance is questionable today, honestly. Same. Mine apparently packed its bags and left yesterday. So, I walk into the gym feeling weirdly confident, right? New leggings, hair actually behaving for once, cute water bottle. I even had one of those playlists that makes you feel like the main character. I was thinking, today's the day. I'm about to look like I know exactly what I'm doing. Girl, no. Switch sides. Keep standing nice and tall. Because about 30 seconds after walking in, I realized I'd forgotten my headphones. Now, normal people would have just worked out without music. Not me. Oh no. I stood there for a solid minute deciding if I should drive all the way home or just accept hearing everyone breathe. I stayed, regretted it almost immediately. Take a nice breath, roll your shoulders back, interlace your fingers behind you, and open your chest. Oh, that feels so good. I think my shoulders permanently live somewhere near my ears, especially after pretending I totally know what I'm doing. Anyway, I finally walk over to the dumbbells, trying to look casual. You know that fake confidence walk? Like, I've definitely been lifting for years. Meanwhile, my brain is literally going, please don't trip, please don't trip. Sweep your arms all the way overhead, big stretch. Reach up like someone just put snacks on the top shelf. Honestly, why are cupboards so tall? Who designed that? Take another slow breath. Good. So, I grab a pair of dumbbells. Not too heavy, not too light, just enough to make me look athletic. Or so I thought. Because as I pick them up, this guy walks over, and I immediately convince myself he's watching me. Now, was he actually watching me? Probably not. But anxiety doesn't exactly care about facts, does it? Step 1 foot back into your crescent lunge. Reach your arms up, nice and steady. We're looking graceful. Unlike me yesterday, because the second I thought he was watching, I forgot how arms work. I wish I was joking. I suddenly became so aware of every movement I was making that nothing felt natural anymore. Like, why was I holding the dumbbells like grocery bags? Why did I suddenly forget where I was supposed to stand? Why did every mirror suddenly have HD quality? Honestly, gyms have way too many mirrors. Who approved that? Take another breath here. Beautiful. Then, it happened. I decided, for absolutely no reason whatsoever, that I was going to use one of those benches in the middle of the room. You know, the ones where literally everyone can see you? Be so serious past me. Why? Alright, slowly start leaning forward, finding your warrior 3. Take your time, no rush, and if you're wobbling a little, perfect, because that's exactly what happened next. Except, my wobble turned into something so unbelievably embarrassing that I actually considered leaving the gym through the fire exit. No, because I haven't even told you the worst part yet. Okay, no, because I need you to picture this properly. I'm balancing there, trying to look like one of those fitness influencers who somehow make every exercise look effortless. Meanwhile, my standing leg is doing Morse code. Take your time here. Keep reaching that back leg away. If you're wobbling, welcome to the club. Honestly, balance is just a daily negotiation. So I'm finally starting to steady myself, and I'm thinking, okay, crisis avoided. I actually look kind of cool. Girl, the second that thought entered my head, I lost it. Completely. Not a cute little wobble, not an elegant step out. I'm talking full panic mode. One foot lands, then the other, then I somehow start hopping, like an injured flamingo. Why was I hopping? Nobody knows, least of all me. Alright, Ease into your triangle pose. Reach forward first, then let one hand settle wherever feels comfortable. Take a nice slow breath. Honestly, I would have loved to breathe like this yesterday. Instead, I was holding my breath like the gym was about to explode. Anyway, I'm recovering from my accidental flamingo performance, trying to pretend that absolutely nothing happened. Classic strategy. If I don't acknowledge it, it didn't happen, right? Wrong. Because I looked up and accidentally made direct eye contact with the guy I thought was watching me. He smiled. I smiled back. Then, for reasons I still cannot explain, I gave him a thumbs up. Why? Why did I do that? Who gives someone a thumbs up after nearly falling over? What message was I trying to send? Thanks for witnessing that. Appreciate your support. Come on, sink down into Garland Pose. Take your time. If your hips are feeling this, same. Mine are currently reminding me I'm not 20 anymore. Don't tell my knees I said that. So there I am, squatting, internally replaying the thumbs up, over and over and over. You know when your brain decides, this memory? Yeah, we're keeping this forever. Honestly, I could remember my Year 9 maths homework less vividly. Take another slow breath. Relax your shoulders. Beautiful. Eventually, I convince myself, it's fine. He's forgotten already. People are focused on themselves, which, to be fair, is usually true, until I hear, "Excuse me?" Immediately my heart drops, because obviously I assume he's talking to me. So I turn around, smile, and say, "Oh, yeah?" He walks straight past me, to the person behind me. I wasn't even part of the conversation. I inserted myself into someone else's interaction, voluntarily. Girl, delete me. Alright, come onto your hands and knees. We're threading one arm underneath. Take your time lowering your shoulder down. This stretch is honestly perfect, because I physically cannot look anyone in the eyes right now. Actually, being upside down is probably safer. Less chance of accidentally making eye contact with strangers. One more breath. Nice. Switch sides, slowly. So now I'm lying here, pretending to stretch, while secretly considering changing my legal identity. Seems reasonable. But somehow, it still wasn't the most embarrassing thing that happened. Not even close. Because after that, I decided it was time to use the cable machine. I had absolutely no idea how the cable machine worked. And somehow, I managed to make the entire gym notice. No, because the cable machine has approximately 8,000 handles. Why? Who needs that many options? I stood there staring at it, like it was asking me to solve a physics exam. Alright, get yourself nice and settled into double pigeon. Take a second. If your hips are talking to you, mine are giving a full TED talk. So I'm pretending, very convincingly I thought, that I'm simply checking my workout. Reality? I was absolutely trying to figure out how this machine even existed. Every few seconds I'd tap my phone, nod like I'd discovered something important, then look back at the cables, still confused. Eventually I thought, you know what? Confidence. Just pull something. Worst decision. I grabbed a handle, gave it a little tug, and absolutely nothing happened. So naturally, I pulled harder. Still nothing. At this point I'm committed. There's no backing out. So I give it one big pull, and suddenly the weight stack slams back down with the loudest clang. I swear, the entire gym paused. Even the treadmills felt quieter. Take another breath. Switch sides whenever you're ready. Honestly, if embarrassment burned calories, I'd have left with abs. So I'm standing there, trying to act like that noise was completely intentional. You know that little fake nod people do? Like, yep, that's exactly what I meant to happen. Nobody believed me, not even me. Alright, ease into half frog, nice and gentle. This stretch always reminds me that my legs secretly hate surprises. Take your time, no rushing. Unlike yesterday, where apparently every decision I made was rushed. Anyway, I'm finally figuring the machine out. Well, sort of. When this really nice woman walks over, and she goes, "Do you want a hand?" Now, normal people would have said, "Yes, please." Do you know what I said? I know. I was just adjusting it. Adjusting what? Girl, I hadn't adjusted a single thing. I'd just been standing there looking confused for 5 minutes. She was so sweet though, didn't make me feel silly. She just showed me where the pin went, how to change the height, and smiled. Honestly, fitness girls that help strangers, you deserve unlimited iced coffee forever. Alright, slowly find your standing split, and if you're wobbling, remember, today's goal is simply to stay more upright than I did yesterday. The bar is honestly pretty low. Take a breath. Beautiful. Looking back, I realized something. Literally nobody laughed. Nobody pointed. Nobody filmed me. Nobody cared. Because everyone else was busy worrying about whether they looked awkward, which is actually kind of comforting. Take your time lowering down. Now lie back, finding your reclined hand-to-big-toe stretch. Oh, that feels nice. I definitely earned this. It's funny though, I spent almost the whole workout worrying about looking inexperienced, when the nicest person in the gym was the one who admitted she'd been exactly the same when she started. That honestly made me feel so much better. Switch legs, nice and easy. We're in absolutely no rush. Then, because apparently the universe wasn't done with me, she asked, "So, see you tomorrow?" And without thinking, I said, "Oh, definitely." Girl, I hadn't even decided if I was emotionally capable of returning. Bring your ankle across, finding your figure 4 stretch. This one always feels like exactly what my hips ordered. One slow breath, then another. Good. Finally, let your knees drift across into your supine twist. Let everything soften. You know, I did go back. Not because I suddenly became confident, but because I realized confidence isn't actually what gets you through the door. Sometimes, it's just accepting you're probably going to do something a little embarrassing, and going anyway. Although, next time, I'm definitely learning how the machines work before I start confidently adjusting them. You know what's actually kind of funny? After all that, after convincing myself I'd have to move cities, change my name, and possibly enter witness protection, I went back the next day. Bridge pose. Press gently through your feet. Lift your hips nice and slowly. No rush. Honestly, my whole drive there I was rehearsing conversations that were never going to happen. What if that guy's there? What if the lady from the cable machine remembers me? What if everyone remembers me? Girl, be so serious. Take another breath. Keep your shoulders nice and relaxed, then lower back down slowly. Beautiful. Bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees gently fall open into reclined butterfly. Oh, this stretch always feels like my hips are finally agreeing to cooperate. Anyway, I walk through the gym doors, trying to act casual again. And do you know what happened? Absolutely nothing. Nobody gasped, nobody pointed, nobody whispered, "That's the cable machine, girl." People were just working out. That's it. The world had completely moved on. which is honestly so rude after all the dramatic scenarios I'd invented. One more slow breath. If your knees don't go anywhere near the floor, welcome to the club. Gravity works differently depending on the day, and I refuse to believe otherwise. Bring your knees back together and hug them in close. Give yourself a little rock from side to side. This one honestly feels like getting a hug after a long day. And I think that's when it finally clicked. Every single person in that gym was probably having their own awkward day. Someone else was learning a new exercise. Someone else was worried people were watching them. Someone else probably walked into the wrong studio, or forgot their towel, or accidentally waved at someone who wasn't waving at them. Literally all been there, and somehow we still convince ourselves we're the only one. Take another little rock, nice and easy, then let your legs stretch all the way out. Reach your arms overhead. Take the biggest, slowest, full body stretch, like you've just woken up after the best nap of your life. That feels good. You know, I think confidence gets talked about like it's something you magically wake up with one morning. Like, suddenly you're fearless. You never feel awkward. You always know exactly what you're doing. But honestly, I don't think that's real. I think confidence is walking into the gym, completely forgetting how the cable machine works, making an absolute fool of yourself, and then coming back anyway. That's the impressive part, not pretending you've got everything figured out. Slowly let everything relax. Let your arms fall wherever they want. Let your feet soften. Close your eyes if that feels comfortable. There's absolutely nothing to do now except breathe. And just between us, I still don't know how about half the machines work. If I see something that looks complicated, I'll happily walk straight past it, like it doesn't even exist. Future me can deal with that. But every time I go, it gets a tiny bit easier, a tiny bit less scary, a tiny bit more familiar. Kind of like these stretches. The first breath is always the hardest one. Then your body starts to trust you. One more slow inhale, and an even slower exhale. Before you open your eyes, just notice how you feel. Maybe your hips feel lighter. Maybe your shoulders have dropped. Maybe your mind's a little quieter than when we started. Or maybe you just gave yourself 22 whole minutes where you didn't have to reply to messages, refresh your emails, or pretend you knew how a cable machine worked. Honestly, I'd call that a win. Thank you for hanging out with me today, and thank you for listening to the story of what will forever be known as my completely unnecessary gym identity crisis. If you're ever nervous about trying something new, whether it's yoga, the gym, or literally anything else, just remember this. Nobody is thinking about you as much as you think they are. They're too busy wondering if they look awkward. So go anyway. Be a little wobbly. Ask for help if you need it. Laugh at yourself. And if all else fails, just don't aggressively adjust the cable machine. Trust me on that one. I'll see you in the next flow. Bye.